Jane Fonda, I think she doesn't, like, over the course of her life, and obviously that's a lot of years. I think she doesn't really know who she is. But anyway, and here he is talking to Jane Fonda.
Look at that. Look how hilarious he's about to be with that facial expression.
You really don't believe that the state we live in, California, is lacking regulation. There's over 300,000 regulations. I mean,
Well, maybe they're needed.
They're not. When I
So I love the idea that you can paint all regulation with one brush. Like every regulation, they're either all garbage or they're all meaning. Like, don't you think there's like regulations for you can't dump toxic chemicals in water? And there's also dumb regulations for if it's the middle of the night, 2 a.m. and the sign says no right on red, you got to sit there like a lunatic.
I love Bill Maher's debate style. You know, she's like, I think those regulations are needed. He goes, they're not.
Yeah. It's just well done.
Yeah, what a Socratic seminar we're all witnessing right now. Thank you, Bill Maher.
So now he dives into his garage door, which he has mentioned on multiple shows because apparently his garage door is the only example he can find of bad regulation in all of California.
Yeah, it's the only thing in the news cycle that's affected him emotionally in the last 10 years.
tried to put in a garage door, I had to have 3 inspections. There should have been none.
And let me tell you, it was so. Let's say, can I agree that's too much regulation? It sounds like a little too much regulation. Is it destroying his life? Is it making him like I am just ruined by these 3 inspections I had? And by the way, the last time I played a clip of him just sounding like an idiot, he also brought up his garage door. And his problem was that it was listed as a 3-car garage and it was only a 2-car garage. So he wanted to change the garage door to 2. And I was like, wow, this is so relatable. It's every American's.
Something happened. I mean, he used to be a diehard liberal. Like, something happens with like white men who are young liberals. You get older, you get crankier, and then you start complaining about your garage door, and bam, you're racist. So I don't know how. There's some sort of timeline.
What is
and I don't want to give Bill Maher the credit that he wasn't racist before, but I mean, look at him. He's sitting there with a cigar with his sunglasses on inside, bitching about California regulations on his garage door. Like, it's insane. It's pathetic.
I don't want to assume he wasn't racist before. I think I think he's grown more worried that his racist side of the racist side of his views aren't getting the attention that they need. So he's brought them forward a little more. He's more racist forward facing.
Yeah, there you go. Racist forward. Yeah.
I should be allowed to change my garage door.
Are you kidding? Really? It was about a garage door?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. That is.
No, you know this.
I don't know whether she was being sarcastic or not there, but she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," as if that really. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna get over this? How are you gonna recover?
Yeah, I mean, she's being patient with a man, which I'm sure like many women have learned to be over the years. Her initial response was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he was like, "I'm not." And she was like, "Oh, okay, sorry."
And it's also tough to know whether she meant, "Are you kidding that there were 3 inspections," or "Are you kidding that this is your example of rough regulation?"
Yeah.
Either one's. Yeah.
That is.
No, you know.
No, I don't.
Well,
I'm sorry, I don't.
You've never heard that California is overtaxed and overregulated, that we are a one-party state where there's sort of no checks on that sort of extreme leftism.
His garage door is extreme leftism, folks. I don't know if you knew this. The extreme leftists, like the anti-capitalist Marxists, have come for his garage door.
They're coming with their hammers and their sickles. And he's like, "That's my hammer. You still get from my garage. Give it back. I'm trying to open my door here."
And what do you think?
I don't for a minute consider California a state that is extreme leftist. Not at all, not any way. Not at all, not any way.
Well, that shows where your politics are. That's not where mine are.
Yeah, no shit, Bill Maher, you fucking idiot.
Because Of course it's not extreme leftist. Extreme leftist would certainly not be capitalist, like to the extreme, like a state that is the 5th or 6th largest economy in the world and has extreme inequality. I think it might be one of the most unequal states in the union. Of course it's not extreme leftist. It's insanity.
Yeah, I hate fucking Bill Maher so much, dude. Like this is a fucking hateable guy. Bill Maher makes Matt Miller look like Pierce Brosnan. You know what I mean? Look at the way that he's sitting there. God, I'm all riled up. I fucking hate that guy.
Dude, he is so revolting. And here's the thing: it's like someone could make an argument to me that there's too many trivial regulations in California,
Sure.
and I wouldn't be surprised if I come along at the end of it. But this is not it. Oh, the extreme leftists have taken over my garage doors, and now I can't fit my 2 Teslas in there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And it's such a me-centric argument. It's like it has no objectivity. It has no empathy. It's about literally no one except for him. His whole thing about overregulation. My garage door was annoying to me. That's the extent of his politics.
David says there's no leftist state in the U.S., which is absolutely true. There absolutely is not. You cannot have Democrats or Republicans running everything in the state. And every state, it's either Democrats or Republicans running the shit. You cannot have those 2 parties, which are capitalist, pro-war, pro-environmental destruction parties, and say, oh, it's a leftist state. It's ridiculous. Also, there's a lot of religion in California, and the Catholic Church in California just paid like $1 billion. It was $1.5 billion to all of their victims. Yet the state still allows Catholic Church to go on fine. You know, it doesn't matter how many children you molest. Still good. Even if you have to pay some money, you know, that's fine. I think the reason I enjoy or focus more on tearing him apart is that most of this country thinks he's a liberal. Okay, he may be a liberal, but thinks he's left-wing, and he is not left-wing.
Most of America thinks Bill Maher is liberal and that Bill Maher is a comedian.
Yeah, much of the country has fallen has fallen for the idea that Bill Maher is a comedian.
Yeah.
And whereas if these same shit is said on Fox News, which, by the way, I picked apart some of his interview with Joe Rogan, and there's not a thing said on it, I don't think, other than when he says vote Biden. There's not a thing said on the entire 3 hours that couldn't be the exact same conversation on Fox News. Like, there's nothing said that Fox News wouldn't agree with, except for when he says Trump's worse than Biden. That is the only thing. So the reason I'm not playing Fox News clips endlessly is because they're equally stupid, but no one's pretending they're left wing. People say Fox News is right wing, and sadly, some people believe right wing garbage. Of course, I have picked apart Fox News plenty of times,